Hello and welcome to Whistler Gym Sweat. My name's Hannah and I'm the owner of Whistler Creek Athletic Club down here in Creekside. Fully equipped gym, but for those of you who don't live in Whistler, we also have online personal training. Okay, so today, Robin, this is Robin.
Hi guys.
We're gonna do a workout for you. What are we gonna do?
Our first workout today, we're going to be doing a warm-up. Jack and I are going to lead you through a warm-up to get you ready to ski and snowboard on the mountain.
Perfect. All right, let's get going.
Hey guys, as you all know, it's super important to warm up, especially for the mountain. So before you go skiing or snowboarding today, we're going to take you through a warm-up perfect for the mountain. So we're going to start with some side bends. We're going to raise our arms above our heads, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Take hold of your right wrist and pull to the left. We keep pushing our hip out to the right and pulling on the arm. Take a deep breath in, back to the middle, standing up. Deep breath, breathe out, pull to the other side. Keep your arms nice and straight, leaning to the side and back up to the middle. Take a nice big deep breath in and lunge to the other side. You can give that arm a little extra pull just to feel the stretch a little bit more. And change, other side. Good, we're just gonna do 2 more. Let's really focus on our breathing. Deep breath in. And breathe out, lean to the side. Deep breath in and out, last one. Good, we're now gonna bring our arms down. Make sure you've got a bit of room in front and behind you. You're gonna take a small step forward just so your foot lines up with your heel. Sit your hips back, reach down towards the floor, back to a standing position. Other leg, take a small step forward, sit the hips back. Make sure you keep that front leg nice and straight. We're stretching the front leg for this exercise. So small step forward, sitting back and reaching to brush your fingers along the floor. One more step forward, sit the hips back, front leg nice and straight, reaching, and now we're gonna go backwards. So take a small step back, sit back into the heels, and brush along the floor. Good, you want to be feeling this in that front leg, so we want to keep it nice and straight and really reaching as far down as you can towards the floor. Take this one nice and slow. We're just warming up, so we don't want to rush. And one last stretch. Good, brushing the floor and standing back to our upright position. We're now going to warm up the quads, so we're just going to bring our heel to our foot and just try and kick the bum, raising that foot up towards your butt. Good, keep the chest up nice and tall. Try not to look down to your feet and keep going. Just another few on each leg. Before we add in a glute stretch, so pull the knee up towards your chest, give it a squeeze, try and keep your balance, get the ankles warmed up for the mountain as well. Knee in towards the chest. If you want, you can add some little rotations of the ankles. Very important for the mountain if you're skiing or snowboarding. Keep going with those. Bring the knee up to the chest. Give it a big pull in. Little circle. And change. One more on each side. So knee up to the chest. Give it a squeeze. Circle that ankle round. And change. Last one. Knee up to the chest. Good, try and pull it in a little bit more. Big circles. And release back down. Okay, let's do our crawl out. So we want to make sure again that we have enough space in front of us. I'm going to demonstrate this exercise forwards. Jack is going to demonstrate from a side-on view. So we're going to have our feet wide, take the hands down to the floor and walk out into our high plank position. From your high plank, you're going to engage your core, squeeze your glutes, bend your knees and walk your hands back to a stand. And we're gonna go again. We're gonna do 20 seconds of crawl out. So walking out, hold, squeeze the glutes, making sure the hands, as you can see, are stacked under the shoulders. We're not gonna have them too far out in front of us. So bending back down, Walking out, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, and we're gonna pause here. For this next exercise, we're gonna open up the hips. Jack is gonna demonstrate bringing his right foot up to his right hand and just holding in this position. So he's gonna lengthen through his spine and drop that back hip towards the floor. He's then gonna step back and bring the other leg up. We're gonna open up through the other hip. Nice and lengthened through his spine and just sinking that back hip towards the floor. Jack's gonna carry on with that for another 20 seconds. If you're struggling down on the floor to get your foot up to your hand, you can always use a chair. Thanks, Hannah. Using a chair to keep you a little bit more upright. This way you can step back into your high plank, bring your leg up towards the chair and stay nice and tall through your spine. So I'm just gonna keep going with Jack just for another 10 seconds, alternating legs and keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Good, from here we're gonna add in a T rotation. So stepping forward, Jack's gonna drop his elbow to the floor and we're gonna rotate and turn to the side. We're gonna do 5 on this side. So elbow to the floor and rotate. Lots of rotating movements, particularly if you're snowboarding. We wanna warm up those rotation muscles. Good, just one more, Jack, and we're gonna change to the other side. And taking a step back to our high plank, bringing the other leg up and dropping the elbow to the floor and rotating the other way. Continue on your chair if a chair is what you're using. I'm just gonna point out some key tips for this one. Make sure your hips are sinking towards the floor, and as you rotate, you're gonna look, Jack's gonna look and face me, so the head moves as a unit with the spine. Good, elbow drops to the floor. Couple more, Jack. Excellent, last one. So really dropping that elbow. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Just go as far as you can and rotate. Jack's gonna step back into his high plank position, drop down to his knees, and we're gonna now sit back into our child's pose. So bum towards the heels, arms out in front of us, sinking the chest down towards the floor. So Jack's gonna rest his forehead on the mat and just hold in this resting position. He can just do some nice deep breaths to try to relax. And a good way to add in some more side bends. We're gonna bring our hands together and walk the fingers over to the right, keeping the chest center and trying to feel a stretch all down the sides, just like we did for the start. Still keeping the heel to the bum. Good, and return back to the middle, nice and slow, walking the hands in and over to the other side. If you can't quite sit your bum to your heels, that's okay. Just use a pillow for under your heels and you can just rest onto the pillow. Good, back to the middle, Jack. And from our child's pose position, you're gonna stand up nice and slow, chest to the floor, and we're gonna roll up with the head coming up last. Good, so just gently stacking that vertebrae one at a time. Head up last, rolling the shoulders back. Knees together, hands by your knees. And we're gonna rock back to the feet, straightening the legs, holding onto the toes and sinking the forehead towards the knees. Good, Jack, try and keep those legs nice and straight. And again, just bending the knees and gently rolling up. Head comes up last and rolling those shoulders back. And we are good to go for the mountain.